February was an interesting month in terms of the way my gaming time went. With Digimon Story, Sleuth, Hacker's Memory all finished, I was left with time to come back to my long-term JRPG quests Persona 2 and catch up on Japanese demos like Little Witch Academia Chamber of Time and Atelier Lydian Sewell that had been sitting on my hard drive for a while. There were also a few random delays, with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 New Game Plus mode that I've been looking forward to ever since I finished it getting a delay, and the full version of Little Witch Academia not coming out in English when most people, including myself, expected it to. Luckily, the main JRPG I was looking forward to did come out towards the end of the month in the form of Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, and I can look back on the last month and say I had a lot of fun with what I played. So here are all the JRPGs I played in February. While I intended last month to go deeper into Digimon, I got hooked once again by the incredibly addictive open world of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I found myself opening it up with the intent of playing for just an hour, and then hours later be absorbed in a big quest or grinding certain enemies to complete various tasks, wanting to keep playing for a long time. There's something very satisfying about exploring its world through its many things to do, and it definitely still has its hooks in me, especially in the post-game portion where I can allow myself to explore areas with higher level enemies or run towards whatever shiny thing I can see in the distance. I was hoping to play its New Game Plus to unlock and play with those special extra blades of some characters I found interesting, so I'm pretty sure my adventures in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 will continue next month as well, and with good reasons to play its New Game Plus aside from witnessing its great story again, there's a lot to keep looking forward to in it as it gets more updates. Shooters generally aren't something I play a lot of, but thanks to it looking a little like Freedom Wars, I had to pick up Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet when it came out. I was wondering how I'd enjoy it since I haven't watched Sword Art Online properly since its first series, but it hasn't been a problem so far with both the original Sword Art Online cast from the show and also new characters making up the main cast, so I've been enjoying both the characters I know and the interesting new ones added for this game. The gameplay has been fun too. It gives that Freedom Wars satisfaction of darting around a big field with your team against many enemies, and lucky for me, switching between guns and swords in it makes for a good strategy element while versing its various bosses, and I'm able to balance the active gameplay style I know with the shooting mechanic the game's world is based around. I'm around 15 hours in at the moment and maybe approaching the end as I hear it's a shorter game, but it's a nice bit of active battle fun to end the month with as something different to the JRPGs I usually play. Since I had a bit of time before Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet came out, I took the time to play Atelier Lydian Sewell's Japanese demo, which ended up being longer than I expected. I'm used to demos being just under an hour long, but Lydian Sewell's generous demo spanned over 2 hours and 3 chapters, along with the option to continue collecting freely after. Since this was my first dive into an Atelier game, I was fascinated by this glimpse into its interesting systems. Gathering materials by collecting items while exploring and beating enemies was enjoyable, especially in its pretty painterly world. I want to learn more of its systems properly when it comes out in English, but even in the Japanese version, the gameplay flow was intriguing and pretty fun. I hope to do a first impressions on the demo if I get the chance, but I can say its Japanese demo has made me feel good about its release next month, and I'm pretty sure it's convinced me to pick it up when it comes out. While I may have played more Xenoblade Chronicles 2 to satisfy the completionist in me last month, I didn't forget about Digimon Story, Sleuth, Hacker's Memory, and the quests and monsters I still want to collect in it. I'm a few hours into my New Game Plus run of it, and I'm collecting and digivolving more Digimon to help complete my field guide, along with doing its side quests that I didn't touch much of during my main story run. I found myself very impressed with these side quests in particular, as I mostly expected them to be basic fetch quests, but they actually have more little stories with the type of amusing dialogue I enjoyed in its main story, and I feel like I'm getting to know other players in Digimon in its online world of Eden in a new, engaging way. I know that there will be plenty more of them down the line, so I hope that these first few side quests are a sign that there are more stories to find in Hacker's Memory as I continue to complete my Digimon collection. I've had the Little Witch Academia Chamber of Time Japanese demo on my hard drive since around the end of January since I was too busy with Digimon to try it right away, so it was one of the first things I played in February. As someone who hasn't seen its anime, I was pleasantly surprised with how much I liked its charming characters, even with the language barrier, and how its RPG elements mixed into a 3D side-scrolling beat-em-up made for an intriguing gameplay style I haven't tried before. Unfortunately, it had some weirdness around its release time, with many people, including myself, believing we'd be able to hear more about it on what was supposed to be its February 20th release date, but that turned out to be unconfirmed and it isn't out yet. I hope we can hear more about it soon, but for now, I'm still intrigued by its colorful magic and unique gameplay style, and look forward to hearing about it in its localized form soon. As I've slowly been making my way through Persona 2, I was extremely happy to make my way out of the area I've been in for months during February in the few hours I got to play. I've been stuck in a somewhat complex area for a while since I played Persona 2 on and off, and couldn't get my bearings within the area quickly enough to get through it in the small bits of time I had to play it, so to finally see a new area was much more exciting than usual. Since the main JRPG I want to play in March is due out later in the month, I hope as usual to get more time to play Persona 2 before, and I'll keep working on my quest to finish it, even with its complicated dungeons. As I mentioned earlier, Atelier Lydian Suel sold me on it pretty well with its Japanese demo, which only solidified my plans to play it this month. I'm really excited to play it and explore its pretty world of alchemy and item collection, and to hopefully complete one of my JRPG resolutions for this year, as I'll finally be playing an Atelier game. On top of that, I'll be keeping an eye out for smaller experiences I can try out in between. I already know I want to try Valkyria Chronicles 4's recently released Japanese demo, but so far my plans are pretty free. And since my plans are pretty free for new JRPG experiences, I hope to get more time into Persona 2 in my long quest to finish it. There are a few great JRPG series coming out, all in series I haven't tried in March, so I'm looking forward to checking out at least one of them, and hopefully getting more into my quest to finish Persona 2. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below what you played in February and what you plan to play in March. You can like and share this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel for more JRPG content like this, and ring that bell to get notifications on whenever I post so you don't miss a thing. Check out the blog at jrpgjungle.com. I do everything I do here, but in written form, and you can find me on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at jrpgjungle. Those links will be in the description below, along with links to all the games mentioned in this post. Until next time, thank you, bye!